to Heroes of the Golden Age. Today we're checking back in with the Azure Avenger, the Blue Beetle. We've got two double features for today. We've got Saved by a Hair as our first one, and Murder for Profit as our second. So that'll give us 4 episodes for today. I don't want to leave you on a cliffhanger. I know we've been trying to do 3 on a lot of these. But with the 2-episode format for their episodes, I think the 4 works for these pretty well. So let's get into the first one, Saved by a Hair, Part 1.
The Blue Beetle. Sweeping down upon the underworld to smash gangland comes
the mysterious, all-powerful character who is a problem to the police, but a crusader for law. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone, but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle. As the Blue Beetle, he hides behind a strange mask and a suit of impenetrable blue chain armor, flexible as silk, but stronger than steel.
Today's episode of the Fox feature, The Blue Beetle, is entitled Saved by a Hair. In all large cities, and even in smaller communities, there are unfortunates who are trying to live down a single misstep. Having served time in jail for some crime, generally a first offense, they have been paroled, released from jail with part of their sentence unserved, given a chance to try again to make useful citizens of themselves. Parolees, they are called. One misstep while on parole, and they may be returned to jail to serve out the full term of the sentence. Clever but heartless underworld characters have found the parolee a source of illicit income, and as a result, a widespread system of blackmail has sprung up. As our story opens, Patrolman Dan Garrett, who in reality is the Blue Beetle, is discussing the matter with his friend and confidant, Dr. Franz.
You see, Doc, a fellow's up against it when these underworld vultures begin to hover over him.
Why, how do you mean, Danny?
Well, let's take the case of Jim Horton. He got mixed up with a bunch of young hoodlums in the neighborhood where he lived and got caught one night running away from the scene of a store robbery.
Was he one of the robbers?
He claimed not, but the court found him guilty and got 5 years.
Oh, yes, I remember the case now.
Well, some friends and the parish priest got up a petition and presented it to the parole board. As a result, he was paroled with 4 years yet to serve.
And what happened?
His friends got him a pretty good job. But as soon as he got to work, the underworld got busy and tried to persuade him to come in with them and make some real money. Told him he'd never succeed honestly because of his prison record.
Did he go in with them?
No, he refused. Said he preferred to go straight.
Ah, wise decision.
Ordinarily, yes. But the gang wouldn't let him go straight. They wanted him to give them inside information about the place where he worked. They threatened to frame him and have his parole canceled so he'd be sent back to jail.
But what can those gangsters hope to gain by such tactics?
A recruit for their campaign of crime, inside information about the place where the parolee works, power over first offenders and so forth.
And where is Horton now?
Back in jail on a charge of robbery with a gun. Framed evidence, I'm certain.
Do you consider the case big enough to enlist the services of the Blue Beetle?
Any case that affects the welfare of the unfortunate is big enough to interest the Blue Beetle.
And what are you going to do?
I promised Mike Manigan I'd help him investigate this case. Jim Horton's father was a pal of Mike's before he died, and Mike is interested in helping Jim.
I see. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, Danny, you know I'll be glad to do it.
Oh, thanks, Doc. Well, I'll see you later. I'm going to meet Manigan down at police headquarters.
Will you be back later to change into your Blue Beetle chain armor and mask if anything develops?
I've got it all here in this briefcase, so I can make a quick change on the job.
Well, be careful, Danny boy.
I will, Doc. So long. Where are you heading for, Mike?
The old Empire warehouses on Dock Street.
What's down there?
And I got a mysterious phone call from Joe Riley to meet him down there. He's been working on the Helen Downey kidnapping case.
Oh, yes. She's the daughter of the parole commissioner, isn't she?
That's right.
What's he found?
And he didn't say. He just told me to meet him in front of the... Hey! Hey, look at that car coming. Say, here's where we make a pinch for speeding.
Look out, Mike. Machine guns.
Wait, what the...
Hey, Manigan, somebody fell or was pushed out of that speeding car. Pull over to the curb, Mike.
Yeah. And them guys were shooting at us.
Did they get you, Mike?
No. How about you, Danny?
Not a scratch, but it was close.
You hop out and take a look at the body, Danny, while I see if I can trail that other car.
Never mind that car now, Mike. I've got the license number. Go phone for an ambulance while I look at this poor fellow.
Okay. I'll be back in a minute. There's a drugstore on the corner.
It's Joe. Joe Riley, bound and... Joe. Joe Riley. Can you hear me? It's Dan Garrett.
Hello, Dan.
Hello, Joe.
Dan, tell Manigan they made me phone him.
Who made you phone?
The Mulberry Hill gang. They've got the girl in the...
Hey, Joe. Joe? Where have they got the girl? He's dead.
Who is it, Danny? The ambulance will be right. Hey, that's Joe Riley.
It was Joe Riley.
Dead?
Yes.
Who done it, did he say?
Yes, the Mulberry Hill gang.
That's the gang that hangs out in Gus Heinrich's bar and grill.
What's the matter, officer? Oh, drunk. And a cop at that.
He ain't drunk.
He's been shot.
Shot? Say, I thought I heard some shots a while back.
You see, here comes the ambulance, Mike. Stand back there, mister. Give him all the air he can get.
Well, then he ain't dead.
He's hurt badly.
What's the matter?
Somebody hurt, I guess.
Yeah, looks like a cop.
Yeah, stand back now, all of you. Make way there. Over here with that stretcher.
Oh, easy with him, boys. He's pretty weak from loss of blood.
But, Dan, I thought you said...
Don't let on, Mike. We may be able to learn more if the gang thinks Riley's still alive.
Well, what's yours, buddy?
Ginger ale.
And what?
And nothing. Just plain ginger ale.
Dan Garrett's a policeman, Ed. Policemen don't drink.
Oh, yeah? Since when?
Hello, Drummond.
I see you're in civilian clothes, Garrett. Is this your night off?
No, it's my uniform's night off.
Clever gag, Garrett. You should be on the radio.
You think so?
Yes. Oh, say, I hear Joe Riley in your precinct got bumped off tonight.
Your information must have come from the wrong source. Riley's still alive, and he's talking.
Really? Well, it's nice to have seen you. I'll be getting along.
By the way, Drummond,
Yeah?
how do you keep your hair so black and glossy? You're no spring chicken.
It's a special diet I have.
Uh-huh, spelled D-Y-E-I-T, huh?
Oh, boy, you sure are quick on the pickup. You're in the wrong business.
Not for the kind of pickups I like to make.
Well, if you pick up the culprits who shot Riley, recommend me as their lawyer.
Anytime a crook needs a lawyer, you usually get the business, Drummond. If the price is right.
Hello? Yeah, this is Heinrichs. Oh, hello, Drummond. What's that? Riley ain't dead. What? Dan Garrett, the cop? Oh, sure I will. I'll get some of the boys down there right away, and we'll take the girl to a new hideout. Sure, right away. The Blue Beetle.
Yes, the Blue Beetle.
What do you want? I ain't hiring no entertainers for my cafe.
Whom do you hire to do your kidnapping?
What? Oh, so Joe Riley...
Talk plenty. And so did you over that phone just now.
I don't know nothing.
You'd better learn something mighty quick. The Blue Beetle doesn't waste time.
You got nothing on me. I am a respectable cafe owner.
Come out from behind that desk, Heinrichs, before I blast you with my magic ray.
No, take it easy, Blue Beetle. I don't know nothing about Joe Riley.
Where have you hidden Commissioner Downey's daughter?
I don't know nothing of...
Come on, speak up before I tear you apart. Who shot Riley and kidnapped Helen Downey?
I don't know nothing.
Get up or I'll give you some more of the same.
I can't tell you. The big boss would kill me.
Come on, get up on your feet. You're going to tell me what I want to know.
What's the matter, Gus? Say, it's the Blue Beetle. Hey, Eddie, give me that bottle.
Stand where you are, or I'll...
Got him. got the Blue Beetle with this paperweight.
That's good work, Gus. He's out cold. What'll we do with him?
Tie him up. We'll take him out to the old... Wait a minute. Hello? Who? Yeah. What? Joe Riley was already dead when the ambulance picked him up. Then he didn't talk. Good. What? Manigan is on his way over here? What about? Oh, my license plate on the murder car. Say, I fixed that. Okay. Goodbye.
What's the matter, Gus?
The mouthpiece just phoned. Now, look, Nosey. Mike Manigan is on his way over here. You get my sedan. Drive it out to Lover's Leap and run it off the cliff into the sea. You got it?
Yeah, but
Be sure to take off the license plates first and destroy them. Also take one license plate for my roadster.
But what's the idea?
I'll say the murderers of Joe Riley must have stolen one of my license plates and used it on their car.
Hey, the copper. What about the Blue Beetle
I'll
here?
take care of him. Beat it, Nosey. Out the back way. Just a minute. I'm coming. But first, I'll open the safe and make this look like a robbery. Oh, it's you, Officer Manigan. Come in.
I want to
glad
talk
you came.
to you, Heinrich. I want to talk to you about Joe Riley's murder.
Yeah?
Your license plates were on the car. Hey, who's that on the floor?
That's a little present for you, Manigan, with my compliments.
The Blue Beetle. Well, I'll be... What's he doing here?
I caught him robbing my safe, and I overpowered him. He's all yours, Manigan. A suitable reward for a brave and capable guardian of the law.
What will happen to the Blue Beetle now? Will he be taken to police headquarters and unmasked? Or will he escape and pick up the trail of the murderous kidnappers? Is there some connection between the kidnapping of the parole commissioner's daughter and the parole racket? These questions will be answered in the next episode of The Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle is a copyrighted Fox feature appearing in Mystery Men Comics magazine and the Blue Beetle magazine. The Blue Beetle is on the air twice a week on this same station. Consult the broadcast schedule in your local newspapers. And don't forget to listen in to The Blue Beetle.
Well, that's a hell of a cliffhanger. He's knocked out cold. His buddy, the cop, is right there, ready to take him in. I mean, they got me hooked. All right, well, let's now keep ourselves waiting. Let's see what happens. Is he unmasked? Or does he get away? Does his friend maybe come in on it with him? That would actually be kind of cool. But let's see.
The Blue Beetle. Sweeping down upon the underworld to smash gangland comes
The mysterious, all-powerful character who is a problem to the police, but a crusader for law. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone, but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle. As the Blue Beetle, he hides behind a strange mask and a suit of impenetrable blue chain armor, flexible as silk, but stronger than steel.
Today's episode of the Fox feature, The Blue Beetle, is the second part of a story entitled Saved by a Hair. In the first part of the story, Patrolman Dan Garrett has taken on the investigation of the parole racket in an effort to save Jim Horton, the son of a friend of Mike Manigan, from a long term in jail. The body of Officer Joe Riley investigating the kidnapping of Parole Commissioner Downey's daughter Helen, has been tossed out of a fleeing sedan. The license number of the murder car leads to Gus Heinrichs, cafe owner. While questioning Heinrichs, Dan Garrett, in his Blue Beetle disguise, is temporarily stunned by a blow on the head. Nosy, one of Heinrichs' henchmen, has been sent to cover up the murder trail by running Heinrichs' sedan off a cliff into the sea at Lover's Leap. As the episode ended, Heinrichs was turning over to Officer Manigan the unconscious body of the Blue Beetle. As our story opens today, Manigan, still in Heinrichs' office, is questioning him about the murder sedan.
Now, what about this license number I have here?
I'm sure I don't know anything about it.
It's your number, ain't it?
Yeah, it's my number. But the license plate must have been stolen from my car.
Well, where is your car now?
In the garage back of my office here.
Well, suppose we have a look.
Well, what about the Blue Beetle on the floor there?
No, he's still unconscious. He'll stay there till we get back. I've handcuffed him to the radiator pipe.
All right, then this way. I have a passageway connecting with my private garage.
Well, go ahead, I'll follow you, but no monkey business.
So I'm unconscious, am I? I've just been playing possum. Now to burn these handcuffs off with my magic ray. There. Now to catch Nosy with Heinrich's other car, the murder car, before he runs it off Lover's Leap into the sea. I'll need that car for evidence. And maybe I can pick up the kidnap trail from Nosy. That looks like the murder car ahead. Only one man in it. It must be Nosy. Yes, he's turned off on the road to Lover's Leap. I'll have to step on it. Here we go. This motorcycle can certainly travel. All right, Nosy. Pull up.
Not me. No motorcycle cop's going to stop me.
This is no motorcycle cop. It's the Blue Beetle. And he's going to nip.
Hey, get off this running board.
Put on those brakes. Put on those brakes, quick. Or we'll both go over Lover's Leap together.
Maybe you're going, but not me, brother. I'm dropping
Oh,
off.
you don't. You're staying with me. Put on those brakes.
It's too late. We're headed right for the cliff. Let me out of here. Let me out.
You're going where I go, Nosy. I hope you can swim, because here we go.
Well, Officer Manigan, I hope you're satisfied.
Not completely. I'll continue with my investigations elsewhere.
Good. And don't forget to pick up the Blue Beetle in my office.
No, I'll pick him up all right. It'll sure be a feather in me cap.
Well, here we are at my office. You tell the DA I'm at his service to testify against the Blue Beetle anytime
Where is the Blue Beetle?
He's lying right there.
Yeah, but he ain't now. And here's me handcuffs going right through.
This is serious. We've got to catch that thief.
Yes, but how? He's a slippery one, that Blue Beetle.
That's your job, Manigan. Better get busy or I'll report you to the commissioner for negligence. No wonder our city is overrun with crooks. What we need is better police protection.
Hello? Commissioner Downey speaking.
This is the Blue Beetle, Commissioner.
The Blue Beetle?
Yes. I think I've located your daughter.
You have? Where is she?
She's being held prisoner at the old sawmill.
How do you know?
I rescued one of the kidnapped gang from drowning, and the car he was driving went over the cliff at Lover's Leap. He confessed to me.
Fine work. I'll have the police on the trail right away.
Just a minute, Commissioner. Don't do that, please.
Oh, what is this, a joke? If it is, I'll have every police officer in the city on your trail.
Now, wait. Listen to me.
Well?
There's a chance of rescuing your daughter and apprehending a lot of crooks if this matter is handled right.
What do you mean, handled right?
Now, first, tell me, have you received any ransom demands from the kidnappers?
No, not a word of any kind.
Have you anything that might be of value to a gang of crooks?
No, not that I can think of.
Any papers of any sort that might be of value to the wrong people?
Only the parole records and recommendations, a list of prospective parolees.
Where are they?
In my safe here at home.
That's the answer. This whole thing ties up with the parole racket.
What do you mean?
The kidnappers are after those papers. Who knows the combination of your safe besides yourself?
Only my daughter.
That's why they're holding her, to make her divulge the combination of your safe. They plan to steal those papers and blackmail every man that's out on parole or who may be later released on parole.
Why, I never heard of such a fantastic plan. I'll call the police commissioner and
Listen, Commissioner Downey. If you do that, you'll scare these rats underground.
What do you advise, Blue Beetle?
Set no guards around your house at all. Move to a hotel right away.
But...
I'll leave everything to me, Commissioner. The Blue Beetle will have these crooks rounded up before dawn.
Now look, Miss Downey. We want the combination of your father's safe.
I won't tell you.
I'm sure you will, Miss Downey. Squint.
Yeah, boss.
Start the saw going.
Right.
Run a log through. You hear that, Miss Downey?
Yes, I heard it. What about it?
Just imagine yourself bound to a log being run through like a glass log.
Why, you fiend, you wouldn't dare to...
There. Squint.
Yeah, boss.
Shut off the motor. Give me a hand here with Miss Downey.
Right.
You take her feet. I'll take her head.
You dare touch me, and I'll scream the whole world down around your ears.
You go ahead and scream. No one will hear you out here. We're miles away from civilization in the woods here. Pick her up, Squint.
Right.
Help! Save me!
Boss, that's Gagger. I mean, no, don't stand a woman's yelling.
Tie her to that log on the saw rack while I stick this gag in her mouth.
Yeah.
Help!
Now, Miss Downey, one last chance. Will you tell me the combination of your father's safe? Shake your head, yes or no. All right, that's your last chance. Nobody knows you're here. Nobody knows we're here. Start the saw, Squint. Oh, hold it, Squint. So, you're ready to talk, Miss Downey. Another foot, and it would have been too late. Remove the gag, Squint.
Right, boss.
Good.
There.
Now, Miss Downey, the combination.
Dial left to 7, right to 12, then left twice to 8.
And she's fainted, boss. What'll I do with her?
We got what we wanted. We will let her go. She'll squeal. Now, start your saw, and let's beat it.
Right, boss. Hey, what's that noise?
The Blue Beetle.
Hey.
Stop that motor, or I'll blast you.
What'll I do, boss?
Get away from that motor.
Oh!
That puts you out of the running, Squint. Now for you, Heinrichs. Where are you? Oh, there you go. Well, I'll get you later. The Blue Beetle's going to nip the whole gang of murderers, kidnappers, and racketeers.
Left 7, right 12, then left twice to 8. There. And now?
The last scene of the play, Heinrich.
The Blue Beetle?
Yes, and he's going to nip.
Not this time, Blue Beetle.
Drummond, the mouthpiece, Gangland's famous old man counselor at law, who dyes his hair to keep him young-looking.
I may be old, but I know my business. The law's never caught up with me yet, and they never will. I'm too clever for them.
You're not dealing with the law now. You're facing the Blue Beetle.
But the Blue Beetle will never nip again.
Put down that gun, Drummond.
Not till I've wiped out you and Heinrich.
Not me, Drummond. I didn't squeal.
No, but you were trying to double-cross me. So here's one for you, Heinrich, and one for you, Blue Beetle.
Drummond, your hair. It's turning white.
White? My beautiful black hair turning white?
That for you, Drummond. Never turn your eyes from your opponent if you want to win your point. You vain old man. Your hair was your undoing and my salvation. Here comes the law for you, you crooks. They'll put you where you can't prey on poor unfortunates like Jim Horton. Your parole racket is smashed. The Blue Beetle's job is done.
And so the Blue Beetle smashed another racket and won another battle in his crusade against crime. The moral of this story is that neither experience nor intelligence is proof against right and good. History proves that, in the long run, right always triumphs. Further adventures of the Blue Beetle will be dramatized in the next episode of The Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle is a copyrighted Fox feature appearing in Mystery Men Comics magazine and the Blue Beetle magazine. The Blue Beetle is on the air twice a week on this same station. Consult the broadcast schedule in your local newspapers. And don't forget to listen in to The Blue Beetle.
All right, I was waiting for a little bit more with the whole, is he going to find out who Dan Garrett is? But they kind of got out of that pretty easily. So that wraps up our first double feature, the Save It by a Hair. Now we're going to move on into the second double feature that we've got for today, which is Murder for Profit, Part 1.
The Blue Beetle. Sweeping down upon the underworld to smash gangland comes
The friend of the unfortunate, enemy of criminals. A mysterious, all-powerful character, a problem to the police. But a crusader for law. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle. As the Blue Beetle, he hides behind a strange mask and a suit of impenetrable blue chain armor, flexible as silk but stronger than steel.
Today's Blue Beetle episode is entitled Murder for Profit. James A. Ridley of Ridley and Corcoran, wealthy investment brokers, died in City Hospital under peculiar circumstances. Was his death on the operating table murder? Will his death affect the stock market? Can Dan Garrett, rookie patrolman, who is also the Blue Beetle, solve this case and run the murderers to earth? As our story opens, Dan Garrett is visiting his friend and advisor, Dr. Franz, in his little apothecary shop.
But, Danny, you say the authorities suspected an attempt would be made on Ridley's life?
Apparently. They sent Manigan and me rushing over to City Hospital to guard Ridley as soon as they heard he was to be operated on.
But what made them suspicious?
I don't know. Unless it was because they knew his death would affect the stock market, give groups in the know a chance to clean up, to make a lot of money.
How?
Well, Ridley was an international figure in investment circles. He controlled several large corporations.
Yes, I know that.
His death will undoubtedly cause the stocks of those corporations and possibly others to drop temporarily.
Yes, but...
Doc, if some crooked professional speculators were sure Ridley would not come off that operating table alive, they could play the stock market and clean up a fortune.
But what about the other investors in the market? Wouldn't they stand to lose all they had?
Precisely. But the murderers of Ridley wouldn't care about that.
And why are you so certain it was murder?
Look, Doc, here's what happened. When Manigan and I arrived at the hospital this morning...
Hey, Danny, it looks like something's up.
Yeah. Wait, I'll ask this guy coming along the hallway and find Dr. Bartlett. Say, you wait till we find Dr. Bartlett.
Dr. Bartlett can see no one.
We're from police headquarters. We've been sent to guard Banker Ridley.
You're too late. Mr. Ridley's dead.
Dead?
Yes, he died on the operating table just a minute ago.
Manigan, you phone headquarters while I take a look around.
Okay, Dan, I'll do that.
I'll be in or somewhere near the operating room. I've got to find Dr. Bartlett. Oh, just a moment. Are you Dr. Bartlett?
No, I'm just an intern. Dr. Bartlett's office is 2 doors down on the right.
What's that you've got in your hand?
It's a scalpel.
A scalpel?
Yes, a very sharp knife for making incisions.
What are you doing with it?
Well, I'm not permitted to speak.
Come on, open up. I'm the law.
Well, you'll have to see Dr.
I'm
Bott.
seeing you right now with a bloody scalpel in your hand. Here in this room here, I want to talk to you.
But you...
In you go. Now tell me what happened in the operating room.
I assure you, it's against the ethics of...
Ethics be hanged. Talk. Did you kill Banker Ridley?
No, I tell you, I had nothing to do with it.
Then what are you doing with that scalpel?
I picked it up after the lights went on.
The lights went on. Were they off?
Yes. Just after Dr. Bartlett made the incision in Mr. Ridley's throat and was about to operate on the diseased gland, the lights went out suddenly and a stench bomb exploded just inside the door. It blinded everybody and everything was confusion. When the lights finally went on, Mr. Ridley was breathing his last. An artery in his throat had been severed.
Where were you standing?
Across the table from Dr. Bartlett.
Then you could
Yes, but I didn't.
And what are you doing with that scalpel?
I told you, I picked it up when the lights went on.
Why?
I noticed it was bloody.
Well, wouldn't it naturally be? Hadn't it just been used to make an incision?
Not this scalpel. The one Dr. Bartlett used to make the incision had already been put back into the sterilizer.
But why should you pick up this scalpel?
Well, I thought there might be fingerprints on it.
Fingerprints? When everybody would be wearing sterile rubber gloves?
Well, I didn't stop to realize that.
Your story is pretty thin. I'm going to take you down to headquarters and let some of our...
From your story, I take it you suspect the intern of having killed Ridley during the confusion caused by the unexpected developments.
No, I don't, really. I think someone higher up is the guilty person.
Oh, surely not Dr. Bartlett. He's one of the most famous and respected surgeons in the country.
Ridley's death meant profit in millions to someone or to some group. You know the lengths to which some of our most respected citizens will sometimes go to acquire quick riches.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, money is all right when it does good. But money is evil when it causes evil.
Well, there's the first edition of the evening papers.
Listen.
Yes.
Well, it started just as we suspected. Listen to that.
Yes. Well, Danny, what are you going to do?
Patrolman Dan Garrett is off duty, but the Blue Beetle never is. I'm going into action.
Can I help you?
Yes, Doc, you can. What about that secret solution you made that dissolves steel?
You mean my Formula X4?
Yes, that's it.
I have some over here in this cabinet. Ah, here you are. Now here's a little vial of it. But be very careful. It's powerful stuff.
Thanks, Doc.
What about your portable wireless telephone?
I've got that in my magic ray and my flashlight.
Good.
You know, Doc, if I can solve this case quickly, maybe I can save a lot of little investors from losing their life savings.
Ah, that's true, Danny. That's true.
Well, Doc, the Blue Beetle has some nipping to do tonight. So long, Doc. I'll see you when I've cleaned up this stock market racket.
Again, the Blue Beetle rides the night wind. In his speedy motor car, he sets out in search of the murderers of Banker Ridley. Will he unmask them? Can he uncover their plot to make millions by murder? Where will the Blue Beetle strike first? In a dark street at the rear of the Ridley home, a long blue motor car comes to a stop. A figure silently steps forth and approaches the high wall around Ridley's city home.
Now, here's the rear of Ridley's house. I'll have to watch my step. This wealthy neighborhood's well guarded. Ah, here's a door in this wall. Locked, I'll bet. Just as I thought. Let me see now. Try one of these master keys. No, that one won't do. I'll try this one. Ah, that's the one. Better go easy. The hinges on this door will probably squeak. So far, so good. Better close this after me. Watchman finds this open, he'll be suspicious. Now to gain entrance to the house without arousing anyone. Hang that...
What's going on down there? Owen, Carol, eat this bottle at you. Lame Pat, make a good noise with the garbage collector.
Here's a window. Probably wired down with a burglar alarm. Just attach these suction cups to it. And I'll cut out the glass. remove it without disturbing the frame. That's got it. I'll just remove the whole pane of glass and climb through. There. Now, for a look around with my flash. That's the kitchen. All clear here. This door must lead into the dining room. No, that's the pantry. The dining room is beyond. Where does this other door lead to? It's the hallway. The library should be up there on the right. Everything is dark. Well, this is my chance to search the place. I'll take the library first. The wall is hollow. Just the place for a wall safe. Back of the picture. See if I can move this panel. And there may be a button. Someone's coming. I'll hide behind these curtains until they go.
Who's in there? Come on, or I'll shoot. Let's have a little light on the subject. Huh? Yeah. I just sworn I heard someone come in there. I was right. The picture over Father's wall safe. It's the Blue Beetle.
Drop that gun, Ridley.
Not me,
Sorry, Ridley, but I want to examine some of your father's private papers for a possible clue to his murder. He's out like a light. Well, I'll just tie you up, gag you, and then put you... Let me see. It's over there back of that couch. There. Now to open the panel. Just as I thought. A large wall safe hidden behind that panel. Now for a little Formula X4 poured on the lock. She's working, all right. Eating right through that steel. There, that does it. Jewels, stocks, and bonds. What's this? A letter. To whom it may concern. This is to inform the authorities that should my death occur due to other than natural causes, it would be advisable to investigate the affairs of my partner, Charles Cochran, and my adopted son, Samuel. Well, Mr. Ridley, the Blue Beetle will certainly investigate. I'd better take these papers and jewels along with me. They'll be safer with me than here with your adopted son, Samuel.
Off into the night sped the Blue Beetle on the trail of those responsible for the death of banker Ridley. Meanwhile, at police headquarters, Officer Manigan, playing a hunch, he has also decided to go to Cochran's office. In the still of the night, two cars are speeding toward the same destination. Each has a single occupant. One of the cars reaches its destination ahead of the other. A mysterious figure alights and disappears behind the building on the corner. Quickly, he mounts the fire escape. A minute later, a circle of light is playing on the door of a safe. In the middle of that circle of light is a large Blue Beetle.
The doctor's Formula X4 worked once before tonight. It ought to work here. Sure is powerful stuff. Now let's see what this safe contains. Stocks, bonds, and certificates. Here's a list of something. To be sold short for Samuel Ridley, Charles Cochran, and Mr. John Smythe. If and when. I wonder who this Mr. Smythe is.
You'll never know, Mr. Blue Beetle.
Officer Manigan. Isn't it late for you to be out alone?
No, none of that. I've got you covered, and I'll shoot you if you make a move. You're going to the station house with me. Maybe you can explain to the DA what you're doing in this office at that safe there.
I was looking for the lost cord.
Cut out the wisecracks and slip these bracelets on.
I'm sorry, Manigan. We both seem to be cornered. That door in back of you was locked.
What you? What you?
Never take your eyes off your man until you've got him securely handcuffed, Manigan.
Well, that leaves us on a little bit of a cliffhanger. His buddy's in a little bit of trouble. Let's see if he gets out of it in part 2 of Murder for Profit.
After taking the unconscious Manigan back to police headquarters and propping him up against the front door, the Blue Beetle sped on his way to the home of Charles Cochran. Arriving at his destination, he enters the Cochran home by means of a skeleton key. And hearing voices, he slips into an adjoining room and listens.
Oh, here's your check, Dr. Bartlett, for $7,500. Your fee for operating on old man Ridley. The operation was successful, but the patient died.
Yeah, but what about the profit on the stock?
We'll settle that when we complete the transaction. I'm carrying your account under the name of Smythe, you know.
Yes, but what if...
Oh, are you worrying about the intern who was arrested?
Yes, frankly, I am.
Well, don't worry about him. He'll never testify in any court. I had someone bail him out, and he's here in this house now. We're sending him away tonight on a one-way ride.
What? You don't mean...
Exactly.
Oh, but you can't do that. Why, that's...
Murder? Yes, Dr. Bartlett. Murder. Just like your operation on my partner today. True, one of my men short-circuited the lights at the hospital, and another one, disguised as an orderly, dropped a stench bomb. But you, Dr. Bartlett, severed the artery in banker Ridley's throat.
The Blue Beetle.
Yes, the Blue Beetle. And he's going to nip a band of murderers.
Raymond! You cowboys?
Don't move, any of you. I've got men outside, and they're coming in to take you. Pardon me, Mr. Blue Beetle. I doubt that statement. I happen to know that it is the Blue Beetle's proud boast that he works alone. Grab him, men.
Get away.
Stand away, Raymond. I'm going to shoot the Blue Beetle. That's what you'll think, Cochran. Come here, Raymond. I'm going to give you a little ride through the air.
No, senor, it's mistake. You know, dos Ramon.
Here, your knife, Raymond. Into his heart. Rip up the Blue Beetle.
Right, boys.
Oh, right on the toe of my boot, Gus. And now you, Raymond, up you go.
Oh, no, senor.
And across the room, and your boss is black.
Blue Beetle, get those hands up.
Young Samuel Ridley. You must be Houdini to have gotten out of those bonds, or else I've forgotten my sailor knots.
You've forgotten something else, Blue Beetle. I'll take whatever you took from my father's safe.
Certainly, Ridley. Here you are.
Good. I thought this gun would make you see Reed.
Boxed you, Ridley. Now, all of you, stand over there. I'm going to release the intern you're holding prisoner, and then... Good, Blue Beetle is out like a light. I'll tie him up and throw some water on Raymond there.
Right, boy. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, no, you're not, Dr. Bartlett. I need the famous surgeon for one more little operation.
No.
Don't worry, Dr. Bartlett. It won't be murder this time.
But
I've got a better idea. Just a little operation on the Blue Beetle's vocal cords and the muscles of his arms.
What good will that do?
He won't be able to speak or write when you get through with him. And he doesn't dare turn himself over to the police.
No, it's
But
fiendish.
necessary. Gus.
Yeah, boss.
Take the Blue Beetle into the other room and put him with the intern. Then come back here.
Okay, boss. Gee, he's heavy. Maybe he's dead, boss.
He'll wish he were before I get through with him. The Blue Beetle's nipping days are over.
What will happen to the Blue Beetle? Will the arch-fiend Cochran be able to force Dr. Bartlett to maim him for life? How can the Blue Beetle get out of this spot? Not a soul knows where he is. Let's look in on Dr. Franz in his little apothecary shop.
I wonder how Danny's making out. I think I'll close up shop and work a while in my laboratory. There. The shades are down. Now I'll just bolt this door. That's it. And now, put out the light. There we are. Now, perhaps I can locate Danny with my new radio locator. He took his portable wireless phone with him this time, but he hasn't called me. Maybe he's in trouble. I can't seem to locate him. I'll just swing it north 2 more degrees. There. Now let's see. That's got him. The contact meter registers pretty weak, though. His vitality must be low. Now perhaps if I connected up my radio energizer to this locator, I could shoot some vitality to him through the ether. I'll just connect these 2 wires here, so, and then turn on the energizer and let him have it. There. There it goes, Danny. I hope it's reaching you and giving you renewed strength. It's all I can do for you.
Are the energizing rays sent out by Dr. Franz reaching the Blue Beetle? Has he again managed to outwit a clever and ruthless gang of murderous racketeers? How can he escape their clutches? Let's look in on the little room in the Cochrane home where the Blue Beetle was imprisoned with the intern from the city hospital.
Where am I? What's that noise? It's a midget antenna on my helmet. Dr. Franz must be trying out his new radio locator. What's happening to me? I feel as if I were being pumped full of energy. I can burst these burns easily. Who's that over there on that cot? The hospital intern, of course. You. Can you hear me? Shake your head if you can. Oh, you can. Wait until I take that gag out of your mouth. There, that's better. Now I'll cut your bonds with my magic ray.
The Blue Beetle.
That's right. How do you feel?
A little weak.
Now hold my hand a minute. Get some energy from me. Now do you think you could hold a gun on some men if I help you?
I could hold it alone. You certainly pepped me up. How did you do it?
That's a secret. Now here is your chance to be a hero.
I'll do anything I can to get out of here.
Good. Have you a fountain pen?
Yes. Here it is.
Well, you hold it like this, you see, like a pistol.
This way?
That's right. That'll fool those men in the other room until we can pick up a real gun inside. Now, you follow me. We're going in and clean up those rats.
What's the matter with your eyes? They're shining like searchlights.
Due to a new invention of a friend of mine. Come on.
The Blue Beetle.
Gee, boss, look at his eyes.
This man, he is Durban.
Not to me, he isn't. Don't. It's no use, Cochrane. You can't injure the Blue Beetle. Throw down that gun. Drop it or I'll blast you all with my magic ray.
You better drop the gun, boss.
All right, Blue Beetle. You win up to this point. But how are you going to turn us over to the police? Why, you don't dare.
Here, you intern. Here's your chance to get even with the doctor and this gang who are holding you prisoner. Pick up that gun and keep these men covered until I tie them up.
Okay.
Here comes the law. I called the police on my wireless telephone. You'll all be in safe hands soon, safe for the citizens of this great city. No more will your secret machinations bring distress to honest investors. Gentlemen, the Blue Beetle's job is done. You'll soon be paying the penalty of your dishonest schemes. I'll leave you to the tender mercies of the district attorney.
In the early hours of the morning, Patrolman Dan Garrett, no longer the Blue Beetle, sat in Dr. Fran's living room.
Danny, you did a swell job. And now you'd better get some rest.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Doc.
I'll see who it is. Just a minute. I'm coming.
Patrolman Garrett here?
Yes. Who wants him?
The chief. Everyone's called back to duty.
Why, what's happened?
Some crooks have started a reign of terror, and they threaten to blow up the city.
There's no rest for the Blue Beetle or for Patrolman Dan Garrett. What will develop in the next chapter of Dan Garrett's life? As the Blue Beetle, will he be able to run down and apprehend the members of this dynamite ring? Can he outsmart this deadly gang of underworld characters? These questions will be answered in the next episode of The Blue Beetle. And now, here's the Blue Beetle himself to say a few words.
Folks, the moral of this story is that the confidence of our friends often gives us new strength and new courage. And also that our confidence and friendship for others often helps them. In other words, confidence and friendship among mankind is vital. And if everyone is sincere in everyday life, they will aid others or be aided by others, just as Dr. Franz sent new vigor and vitality to me in order that I might rise and fight. So my advice to young and old is to cultivate the friendship and confidence of your fellow men. And through that friendship and confidence, find new strength and courage to face the problems of each day.
The Blue Beetle is a copyrighted Fox feature appearing in Mystery Men Comics magazine on sale at your newsstand. The Blue Beetle is on the air twice a week on this same station. Consult the broadcast schedule in your local newspapers. And don't forget to listen in.
Well, left with a pretty cool little message there at the end. Well, I got to admit, I'm really enjoying the Stan Garrett version of the Blue Beetle. I know I've mentioned it earlier, but my Blue Beetle has always been Ted Kord. That was my first exposure to the Blue Beetle. And my version of him, smart ass, hanging out with Booster Gold, getting into mischief. That's been my take of the Blue Beetle for the longest time. I've been exposed to the Dan Garrett Blue Beetle, but not nearly as much. And definitely came across Ted Kord first. But definitely getting into it. I'm enjoying the story. I like the angle of him being a cop. It definitely kind of gives him a reason to pop up in places, so it does make the story flow a little more conveniently. So it does make a lot more sense when he randomly shows up at places than, a scientist who just happens to show up at places. But he's got a reason to know what's going on. But I'm enjoying it. So that was our 2 double features for today, our double features. And that's the only ones we're going to do for today on the Blue Beetle. But it was a good time. Thank everybody for tuning in and listening. Everybody who hung out and watched and tuned along while we were live, and everyone who tunes in later. We appreciate it. And don't forget to follow the show so you don't miss an episode. And let me know what you think of it in the comments. What did you think of the episode? What do you think of the Blue Beetle? Are there any other shows that you want to see us do? Let me know. And again, thanks for hanging out, and See you next time on Heroes of the Golden Age.
They left from the pages in capes and flight, shadows of justice in the dead of night, silver and spandex from a time gone by, lifting us higher as they touch the sky. Heroes of the golden age fight the fight, blazing bright in the neon light. Beneath the stars they light our way, legends live in the golden age today. Rocket ships blazing through cosmic dust, ray guns flashing in a world of rust, masked Avengers with the daring flair, saving the future like they always dare. Heroes of the golden age fight the fight, blazing bright in the neon light. Beneath the stars they light our way, legends live in the golden age today. Time can't hold them, they're bold and true, from reels of the past to a screen near you. Golden whispers in electric glow, watch the champions steal the show. Heroes of the golden age fight the fight, blazing bright in the neon light. Beneath the stars they light our way, legends live in the golden age today.